Morning, everybody. I toast to you and all you do. I hope you're having a phenomenal day. It's Tuesday. It's warming up here. Then summer. We're going to enjoy the last few days of summer. Hope that you're having a great end of your summer. So, the dark moon is coming up. Dark moon in Virgo. And this is always an interesting combination of energy because Virgo is a pure sign, is a cleansing sign, is a organizing sign, is a like fresh start. Let's make a plan. Let's do something. Let's do this. Um, and so when it comes with that dark moon and that crone energy, they come together really great to help you organize and to get some stuff done. We're doing the homeschooling thing, so there's a lot less time at the house without children. Anyways, so. The dark moon in Virgo, it's a great time for cleansing and purging and starting new and making that plan, that balanced plan for the future. I don't know, Virgo is such an organizing energy. It is, this is how we do it, this is how we have it, it is set in its way, and this is where we go, and we are going to be organized. We're going to have everything we need. We're going to do it right. We're going to do it with the pure intent. We're going to do it from the heart. So this is a great time with fall being here. We're almost here and we're getting to that point in the year. Let's do some cleansing. Let's do some purging. Let's get rid of the old things. Let's harvest the things that we need and kind of focus on that energy. And purging and cleansing and letting go are such interesting philosophies. So I worked with someone for so long who, like, you couldn't say those words to. And we once had this very amazing conversation. So when I would say, just let it go and move on, in the idea of the mental picture, say, okay, so you're just hanging out in this world of energy and it's like treading water. And the water is the energy all around you and you're just hanging out, kind of treading water, treading, running, whatever. When you say let it go, so when I would say let it go, I mean, like, let it go. Let the waves take that energy away to somewhere else. It'll transform in the water. It'll be washed and transformed and mutated or whatever it needs to be done in order to go be energy somewhere else. But when this other person would hear it, for them, it would be like, okay, let me poop in my bathwater. And then I'm going to sit in this. And when you let it go, it just kind of floats around you. And I think something that we can really learn from Virgo is to cleanse ourselves of that, to release that energy and to actually release it, not to sit in the dirty bathwater, but to let that energy go. And you have to really do that. So, like a more real life example, I don't know how you could get better than pooping in the bathtub, but say that you had an issue and you were friends with someone and you're not friends anymore, and then, you're letting that friendship go, you're letting that relationship go, but you keep calling them. And you have that ex who you broke up with, calls you all the time. And you're like, I just gotta call you. And drunk dial you, gotta send you text message because they're not letting you go. They're still holding on to that. It's still floating around them. Or you, if you're the one making those calls or whatever it may be, but you haven't let that go. So you gotta stop making those phone calls. You gotta just stop. And you have to, when that comes up into your brain, you print it and throw it away. Whatever needs to be done. But you really actually have to let it go. You can't just say it and say, okay, I'm moving on, I'm done. You have to then let it go. And that can be really hard. Like, it's so easy to sing the Frozen song in your head and then just be like, let it go. And then I'm done, I'm moving on, everything is perfect. But those feelings come back, those things come back, the things around you come back, the mess just kind of comes back if you don't actually let it go. We keep a bag of giveaway stuff in the kitchen. These are things that we don't use or don't need or that we're going to get rid of, that we donate. When we put things in the bag, they don't get to come back out. And then we take it out and we let it go. And I think that in that real physical thing, like, okay, we're putting these things that we don't need anymore into this bag, and now we're going to actually let it go. You have to do that with your emotions. You know, you've said, oh, I'm letting this relationship go, I'm letting these hurt feelings go, I'm letting this trauma go, I'm letting that go, I'm going to move forward, I'm going to heal, I'm going to grow, I'm going to do whatever you need to do. But if that bag just sits there, oh yeah, I let it go, I put it right there. Right there. It's still in the bathwater with me, or it's in that bag right there. And then you don't take that bag out, and you don't drain the bathwater and start over. You don't clean up your space. Oh, I think that's a mosquito. They're trying so hard to live. Flies too. It got cold and now it's warm again, so it's like mass panic. Oh, it's the end of the world. Well, really for them it is, but so you just gotta let those things go, and you gotta actually let them go. You gotta remove that. So under this dark moon is a great time to actually physically do something to help you let those things go. Purging fires are really great. If you're somewhere where you can't have a fire right now, because a lot of the United States is on fire, my blessings go out to you, and I hope that you are safe. And however scary and horrible it is, you know, the fires will transform the earth, and then that is what it is. I mean, we can do what we can to save people and houses and property, but this is a natural cycle of the earth, and it sucks and it's sad, and I wish the best to the people who are suffering. We just finally got our fires here under more control, so you can like go outside and breathe again. It's a scary, horrible, tragic event, and my blessings really do go out to all of those people. We'll get through this. So if you're in a place where you can't have a real fire, for obvious reasons, okay, another great way to do it is to fill up like a bucket of water, and you write your things that you're letting go of, and you put them in the bucket with the water. They float in the water, they absorb the water. You could use rice paper, which is cool because rice paper will soften and kind of dissolve in the water, which kind of gives it a cool effect. Or you can just use normal water. And then, once you put everything in the bucket, you can take the bucket out somewhere and throw it into a hole, like in the earth, and give that energy back to the earth in that way, to compost. You know, put some leaves and some things in there to compost and to transform that energy. It's not going to be the same kind of transformation that you would get from fire. It's not as instant, but it is a transforming energy. You're going to compost that energy so that it can transform into something new. That's why the rice paper works really well, because it goes faster. But normal paper works. And you just transform it into something new. And the energy is changed because you cannot create or destroy energy. This is a scientific law. Like, this is it. But you can transform it. And that's what we do with our magic and with our faith and with our work with the energies, is that we transform that. So all of these things that we've all been thinking a lot about what's going on in our life, because most of us have had a lot of time. Time at home, time with the family, time to think, time to be, stuck at home, where you're just like, I have all this time to think about it. So all of those things that you've been like, oh, I really need to move on from that, I really need to deal with that, I need to grow from this, I need to whatever. It's time. Use this dark moon at the end of summer, the fiery energies, to transform that energy and let it go, and send it off somewhere else to be productive and not destructive. And that's what we're doing when we transform that energy. And this dark moon is great. So it's on the 17th. Like I said, either start a little fire in a safe place, outside, like in a fire pit where it's safe, and write down the things that you need to move on from, you need to grow from, the pain that you need to let go of. What is it doing for you? Like, really think about it. We have trauma and we have things that have happened to us throughout our life, and we hold on to that pain. And why are we holding on to it? What are we learning from this? Are we just torturing ourselves? Are we actually learning something? Is it helping us? Is it hindering us? What is it doing for us? And by answering those questions, you know whether or not you need to put it in the bucket. If it's hurting you, if it's hindering you, if it's holding you back, if it's making you create like crazy coping mechanisms that make it hard for you to function in your daily life, you probably need to let go of that pain and move forward from it. And some pains are harder than others. And sometimes putting it in the bucket and starting that fire is just the beginning. This is the spark. This is what helps you learn to deal with it. There are some traumas that you're going to need to go get counseling for. You're going to need to seek help to help you become a better person and to deal with that. And some people can get that by reading or by just talking to somebody or talking to friends. And other people have to go see a real therapist. And that's okay. That means that you are a stronger, better person in order to achieve these goals that you've been working for and to be a better person. And you can. One of the hardest lessons that I've had to learn in life, and I think that anybody has to learn in life, is that it's okay to ask for help. It is okay to say, I need help. I cannot do this by myself. Here in America, we have this ideology of the Lone Ranger and the I can do it, and it takes one, and it's a very it's a very solitary place. And then we practice this magic that is solitary and that we don't really have places to go. We end up spending a lot of time solitary. And I think a lot of times we forget that it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to reach out to somebody else and say, hey, can you come over here and be my support system? And sometimes it's as simple as just showing that gratitude to somebody else. Like, you know what? This person over here made me feel crappy, but this person over here made me feel really good. So instead of focusing on this negative, I'm going to go tell this other person thank you. And I'm going to say, you know what? I really appreciate the value that you've added to my life and how much you've helped me. And I really appreciate this presence that you have, this friendship, this whatever. To shift your focus onto something positive, and ask. And then those people who are there to support you, and when you say, I really appreciate you here, and they're like, I support you and I appreciate you. And then you can be like, you know what, right now I actually really need your help. I'm having trouble getting over this pain, and I need somebody to talk to. Reach out to complete strangers. There's a world of strangers out there who just want to help you and give you their advice. I get onto Facebook all the time, and people are asking like some crazy personal things. And really it is just they want somebody to listen to them. And there are hundreds of people out there who answer. I answer people's questions all the time. I talk to people all the time who are strangers. I have people message me and they're like, oh, I need a spell for this or I need to do that. And I said, you know what? You need to love yourself. That's what you need to do. And so it's okay. It's okay to reach out for help. It's okay to talk to somebody else. And if you're having trouble letting go of an emotional thing from your childhood or your past or a past relationship or an abusive situation or whatever it may be, it's okay to go out and ask for help. And so this dark moon, when you light that fire or you fill that bowl with water and you begin to release these things, when you put it in there and you're like I'm going to need help with this one. Say that. Put it in the fire and say, I need help with this. Maybe the gods will come down. The energies will come down. Something will present itself to help you move forward. And that's okay. Virgo could be the one to say, let me hold your hand and help you through this. Those things are all okay. I hear the trash truck, and I'm sorry, I just realized that it's trash day, so I'm going to have to go. So funny. Anyways, so take this opportunity under the dark moon on the 17th to really honor yourself and to let go of those things in the past that are hurting you and hindering you and holding you back, and make way for this time of growth, because we're going to hit the equinox and then we're going to come to Samhain or Halloween or the last harvest or whatever you call it, and then we'll be in this darkness, and it's going to change that energy, and you're going to be really need to be focused on yourself. So let's start now letting go of those things that are not helping you, that are holding you back from being the person that you want to be. So I challenge you to do just that. Go out, figure out what it is that is holding you back, and let's learn to let it go. Let's get the help that we need to let those things go, and let's just heal so that we can be better people, because as better people we can make a better world, and with a better world we can just have a happier place, and then it's like this great circle of goodness. So a toast to all of you, and I hope that you'll have a blessed dark moon, and I will talk to you all soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Many blessings. Toast to you. The trash truck is coming. I gotta go.